Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's another Perry's Inside Scoop, this time with a twist. After a 4-game season opening dome stand, the Orange are on the road for the first time this week. Coach Brown is along with us as always. And, Coach, that alone is newsworthy here. 4 straight in the dome to begin. You're 3-1. Next 3 games are on the road. And this one's interesting how it came about. Headed off to Vegas to play UNLV.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a good atmosphere, a great program. We get the opportunity to go out there and compete. We're excited, excited just about the travel. Travel as a football team, our first time, so it's going to be fun.
Sure, it's the ripple effect of the scheduling game. Originally, the Orange were supposed to play Army on the road this year. Army goes into a conference, so everybody had Army on the schedules looking to adjust, and it turned out that Syracuse and UNLV were in the same boat, now meet up. And so this is kind of unusual in that playing a Mountain West team, which has almost never happened, just one game, a couple games before. Wyoming is the only current Mountain West opponent that Syracuse has played. Going to Vegas, though, primetime spot, known for big events. Fun for the alumni and fans to rally behind it, and I know it's gotten the attention of your players. It's a cool thing.
It's cool. We just really focus on the day and all those things, but we got a chance to do a class out in Cali this summer, so that was good. We got to meet a lot of alumni that are there, and I know they'll be all there to support. So it's a good opportunity for us to go out there because it's Syracuse all over the world, so it's a lot of alumni there that were actually happy that we're getting to come to their coast to be able to watch them, and then it's a lot going to travel. So we're excited about this event.
Of course, Vegas itself is a draw, and people will be taking that in any way they can. Headed to a Friday night kickoff against a UNLV team that's ranked and undefeated, and we can get into them in a second. One of the things that you've alluded to so far, kind of foreshadowing the travel, is when you do travel, obviously not everybody goes. You earn your way onto the travel roster, and so this becomes a tighter group, right? I mean, coming into an NFL stadium and stuff, you're gonna need to rally and create your own energy.
Yeah, we know we're coming together. We lock arms. It's about us with each other. Guys been competing their butts off because the travel roster isn't set. It could always change. So every week it changes. So guys we're just competing in practice the last few days to see who's going to make those final spots. And it's pretty fun. It's pretty exciting for us to be able to go out here and do this.
What type of momentum do you feel coming off the Holy Cross game? Again, now at 3-1, and what has been the tenor of the practice week?
We got to keep getting better.
Yeah.
That's it's great that we're 3-1. I mean, we want to be 4-0, but we just have to keep getting better. We're just working on getting better in all phases. We've been locking in on our offensive line, doing stuff, that they want to do because you can see that they're really, really talented. So they're pushing the D-line. Offensive line been competing their butts off, and then just putting us in a lot of different situations in practice when it comes to special teams, so we can be ready for those moments when they come. All those little moments of practice is what's going to end up, helping us in the game when those big moments come.
Sure, and that's what you hope that the games that you have had so far, as situations arise, it's a little bit of each time. It's a little bit of a report card. It kind of shows you what you want to work on as that constant improvement, and you get another test as you go into Friday. Special teams, obviously, a little bit of a sore spot in that Holy Cross game. What can you do in practice, and what types of things are giving you confidence that you're improving in that area?
We just being more consistent on it, just constantly going through it. Telling them right away what they've done wrong, what was wrong in that situation, but just trying to make it as real as possible. Putting the pressure on them during practice, and it's a nature of the business where you may be a kicker or a punter. You get 3 seconds. Right. You got to do it there. You got to be able to follow your job, and you can't worry about what happened the time before. You just got to do it again and lock in on your job because all you get is 3 seconds to do it. And unfortunately, you got to make them, and you're graded off of your makes, not your misses. So we're just making sure they learn from them. I think they're doing a good job of learning in practice. We put them in more chaotic situations this week, so we'll see. And just competition. I think competition brings the best out of everyone, and you start to see sometimes. I think human nature is we're selfish, and you could become complacent sometimes. And we just make sure guys understand there's no room for complacency on this team.
Yeah, we know you feel it. I was wondering what kind of a response you get from the players that, 3-1, but they can't, and the passing numbers and all that are great, but it can be more.
We gotta do better.
Every area of the team can do more, can give you more.
Yeah, we're aiming for excellence, and you're just hoping to be great. Just don't want to be a good football team. You know, there's a lot of good football teams. There's only a couple that are like elite. You know, those dudes are great, and you know, we were trying to work our butts off to become an elite program.
Yeah. All right, talking about UNLV, this one in the national news for a number of reasons. First of all, they're ranked for the first time, and all credit due to Coach Odom and what they've been able to build there. They won, 9 games and made a bowl last year, so it didn't come out of nowhere. Then the Matthew Sluka story last week, and you're thinking, shoot, this could derail them or what. They put up 59 points against Fresno State. You're only coaching your own team, but I wondered what your observation was from a distance about how UNLV handled all of that in an unusual week with a couple of players coming off the roster and how they responded.
I just think they just focused on who they had at practice. That's what it seemed like to me. Coach Odom has been doing a good job. He has a great name throughout college football, and it seems like he had his team just stick to practice. Lock in on practice, do what you're supposed to do, and we can't worry about who's not here. We only can worry about who's here.
Okay. You've seen some dual threat quarterbacks so far this year. Haynes King at Georgia Tech comes to mind, but Hajj-Malik Williams has been extraordinary in his action for UNLV. A quarterback averaging, Coach, 9 yards per carry and obviously slinging it too. What sticks out when you see him?
No, he's just good. He's a good football player. He's electrifying. He can make you miss. He can hurt you with his legs, and then he can throw the ball down the field. So, I mean, he just he seems competitive. Yeah. You know, when you watch film, he's real competitive. But you know, I'm excited to compete against him.
In your mind, what's been the characterization of this defense for the Rebels that's been so successful so far?
They can catch the ball. You know, they got some good ball hawks over there. They do good at the corners. Actually, know both of the corners. Those dudes are some good young men. You know, you got Catalan and Grimes who do a good job. But then I still like the safety, number 4. He gets the ball. That defense is good, period. You know, 7, Woodyard is really good. Got McDuffie, you got Powell. So they got a lot of guys that are good. And even the defensive line, 95 and all those guys on the D-line do a good job. You can see they all playing together. It'll be pretty fun to go against these guys.
Yeah, they put the clamps on everybody who've played so far. They've got wins against Big 12 teams like Houston and Kansas so far. All right, we're going to wrap with our Perry's fan question, but this time I didn't dip into the fan bag because I'm curious myself. You're from Philadelphia. Based on your hometown, your fan affiliation, your age, and this week going to UNLV, which is kind of historic. Their all-time leading passer is a guy named Randall Cunningham.
Yeah, he's a good player, number 12. Yeah, I like Randall a lot. I thought he did a real good job for the Eagles. You know, he's sitting there playing, and just him being able to run, being a dual threat quarterback, kind of started the dual threat quarterback thing off.
Triple threat. He was a punter too when needed.
He got one of the longest. It was like a 91 yard. Yeah, 91 yards. So I mean, Randall's legit. You know, he's always been good. He had a church in Camden. They preached that out in Kramer Hill. So you know, when I was younger, got an opportunity to meet Randall Cunningham, and he's always been a good dude. You know, he's a good guy.
And certainly synonymous with the UNLV football program. Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck this week, okay?
Appreciate it.
Orange head coach Fran Brown here on the Perry's Inside Scoop. More on Perry's, of course, at perrysicecream.com.